Hey guys, welcome to another Crystal Flames video. Today we're going to make a 5-petal flower. This is a modular piece of origami, so you'll need to make 5 units requiring 5 square sheets. You'll need scissors and some other tools which are optional to make it pretty at the end, which I'll show you. And you'll need to start off by making one of the units, and to do that, you start with a diagonal fold across the center like this. Next, you need to make a small bisection of the long angle, but make sure to not crease the entire edge, just make a small pinch at the bottom. This entire step is actually completely optional, but it is helpful. Next step here, you'd want to fold the corners up to the top corner in the center, using that bisection. And then after that, you'd want to fold the inner edges out to the outer edges. And you do this for both sides. This is a preparatory crease for a squash fold. Now we bring the flaps back to the center and do squash folds on each of the flaps. So you look inside, put your finger inside, and then turn it into a squash fold. After this, you want to fold down the top corner until you can't anymore, until the two sides restrict it, making a triangle like that. It'll be flush with the top edge. And you'll want to do that with both sides. After this, you'd want to fold the flaps right back onto themselves, so it'd make a nice square at the end. Now we're almost done. We've done all the folds. Now all we have to do is connect the two flaps on the other ends together. And that is one complete unit. Now we have to grab our glue stick to glue those two flaps together. When you're gluing them together, make sure not to pinch the back end together, make sure it's still a smooth curve. Take care to not crease it. Make sure the inside part is also stuck together well. Now we can do a bit of detailing. If your square wasn't exactly a square to begin with, as I cut these sheets of paper from a larger square, you might have to trim some white edges off the edge to make it look perfect. For this next step, we're going to take our 5 completed modules and glue them together. We're going to put glue on the edges of each piece, and then stick those edges together. You want to put the glue farther than the stamen inside, so that it looks pretty once connected. Make sure these units are connected well. An optional technique I didn't show in this video is you can use a pair of chopsticks to stick them inside the units to make sure the insides are stuck together really well. Gluing the last two edges can be a bit tricky, but you can get it with practice. Make sure to take your time while doing this, to make sure that the finished product is perfect. As you can see in the video, some of the edges aren't lined up perfectly, but if you take the time, it'll be very nice in the end. I'll end up adjusting this. The flower was finished there, but now I'm going to show you some details. We're going to cut off one of these beads and use that as the tip for the stem in the middle. It's easy to use a knife to shave off the last bits of string on the bead. Additionally, here we have the green wire which will make the stem. You need to unroll a lot actually because this wire is quite thin, so you'll need to fold it on itself a few times. I typically like to fold it on itself 4 to 6 times. After you fold it in on itself, you can take some of the looped ends and start spiraling the wire. This will make the wires connected easier, more thoroughly, and it gives it a more realistic look and feel. Doing this for a lot can hurt your fingers, so take a few breaks. The twisted look will appear better if you have it folded on itself more times. At the end here, you'd want to make the tip small so you can insert it into the flower. Now here's where the glue gun part comes in. You want to glue gun the top part of the stem so that it will actually hold together the units of the flower better. This makes it more stable when you're holding it. You could even fill the center with glue if you feel like that would make it more stable, but this is unnecessary. At the top, you would put on some more hot glue, put on the bead, and it should be done. Here I didn't push the stem in far enough, so to fix that, you would simply pull on the stem to make the bead sit perfectly on top. Here's a bouquet I made with and without beads, and you can see what you like or not. I also added in a couple flower variants and some leaves to make it look really nice. Here's a larger bouquet I made. I used different size sheets of paper to make different size flowers for some variation. Thanks for watching.